This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. As always, it's me, Steven, with my co-host, Mark. Today, we are talking with the legendary, the great, the wonderful Amber Brooke. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Awesome.
So, I guess why we have you here is just to get to know you a little bit more and also to get to know some of the projects you've been a part of, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for having me on. It was pretty cool that you asked me. I'm always down for this. So, where are you guys located, actually?
I am from Florida.
I'm from Minnesota.
Nice. I'm up here in frickin' the Buffalo area of New York. Snow Central.
Gotta love it.
Yes.
Not right now, though. It's actually been raining, so.
It got a little cool here. That's about it.
Nice.
My snow was leaves falling on my truck.
That's not bad, then.
No,
Yeah.
I'd rather have that right now than what you have. Or what you
Well,
have.
right now, there's nothing here, so I'm like, whew, thank the Lord, baby Jesus, because we were snowed in on Christmas.
Yeah, I originally found you on Instagram when I first started looking at just a bunch of different pictures. And then I started seeing your horror pictures that you would put out. And I was, I loved them. They were just awesome.
Thank you. I'm a big horror fan. I do all sorts of modeling shoots. I do normal shoots, but my favorite are obviously the horror, and that's what I'm best at. So I want to continue to do lots of bloody shoots. So be on the lookout for those.
Oh, that's good. Like I told you before, I could see you in the future. I can see you at some of these Comic-Cons signing your autograph.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to happen. We're going to manifest it.
Come to Minnesota Con this year.
I would love to.
Oh my God. We have Tony Moran coming, and last time he showed up at a convention, it wasn't very good for him.
Uh-oh.
Well, because he always portrays himself as the first Michael Myers, which we all know he just pulled off. He's the one that gets the mask pulled off of him by Jamie Lee Curtis before Loomis shoots him. So, but yeah, hopefully he doesn't. And then we got the guy who plays Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy is coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Michael Roker, or
Yeah.
whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
So what got you into not only modeling, but a lot of the projects you do that are horror? What got you into that? Like, what started all of it?
Well, I've been a huge fan of horror since I was a kid. I mean, I was literally 5 years old watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space, so that's one of my favorites. I mean, it's corny as fuck. It really is, but it's such a good one.
A lot of horror movies in the 80s were that way.
80s comedy horror is just the best. It's fucking best.
I agree.
But yeah, that's kind of what started me off into the love of horror. But then I started modeling. That's kind of it's a little bit different from the horror aspect, but I did the competition for Inked magazine, and I didn't win because that's a whole nother story, but but I did that, and then it started opening up opportunities for me to get people to do photos of me. So I've just been continuing on with that, and I've got such a big following now from that. And then I actually played in a couple movies, and there's more to come. So excited. But yeah, so I auditioned for the Friday the 13th Vengeance 2 Bloodlines. We did that all through Zoom because it was COVID time.
Right.
And yeah, so I talked to Jason through there. I did the audition, and he says, okay, you got it. So I went to Seattle, and we filmed it, and you can watch it on YouTube now.
Oh, trust me, I've watched that movie a few times now.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And you played the character of Charity, right?
Yes, I did.
Which one is Charity again?
Charity's the one that doesn't stop swearing. She's me. She's literally me.
So it's based on a true life story character.
Sort of, but she okay, I guess you could say she's the leader of like the delinquents. She's like the leader of the drug addicts. So it's like not typically me, but the swearing, that's 100% me. But yeah, right. My favorite line is we actually improv'd it. So it's the truck scene where I'm driving the truck and there's a roadblock. So Jason's like, just improv it, say whatever. So I'm like, okay. And then they said something about bears. And I'm like, what fucking bears? And that's just like, it's my favorite line.
Come on, you could have said that about Jason.
Right.
But, I mean, and we're talking about Jason Voorhees, everyone, not Jason Brooks. We love Jason here.
We do love Jason. He was actually on my live the other day. So.
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah. He texted me a little bit ago wishing me a happy birthday.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that too. I already did once today, but I was going to say that again.
Yes, everyone, wish her happy birthday. Come on.
Yes, now. I'm old as fuck now, everybody. Old as fuck. Gonna die next year, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, what? You're what, in your 20s?
No.
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, no. I'm not in my 20s, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm in my 40s, so.
In another month, I can't even lie that I'm not in my 20s anymore. Gonna be 30 this year. It's.
Oh, I'm older than you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I was born in 1993, so.
Oh man, I'm an 80s baby.
There you go. My brother is too.
Gotta love it.
Mark, you got anything to say?
Well, I'm just listening to you right now.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, when we were when one of the first things I was gonna, when I was looking at your pictures and stuff, what got me, not only the pictures but your tattoos also.
I have a couple.
Oh yeah, just a couple. Do you have a favorite one?
I'm gonna have to say the one that I just got in October for my grandma. She passed away in June, so I wanted to get something in memory of her. So it's on my thigh. It's very pretty. I have pants on her, I'd show you.
Yeah, I was looking at them. I told Steven, I was like, man, once you see her, you'll understand why I would like her on here. I said, it's not just the tattoos, it's her whole work, the pictures, everything. It all boils down to how talented you are with those pictures. And what was your first one that you did for horror?
First horror shoot. Actually, we went to my mom's house and we did it was just bloody. It was just really bloody. It wasn't like a particular horror theme, just blood, really. And it was so good. Like, I was obsessed after that. And I did like this one picture where I did a backwards bend and I looked possessed. And oh man, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
I want to see that picture.
I'll have to show you. I don't know if it's on Instagram or not. It might not be, but I'll have to show it to you. It's pretty good.
Okay. Now, is there a particular movie you'd like to, be part of? You already got Jason, a Friday the 13th fan film under your belt, which, I wouldn't count that as a fan film because it feels more like an actual production. A real good production company did it, and it was.
Does. Yeah, it looks like it was made on a film set, like out in LA or something,
Yeah,
it looks really well done.
We're talking with Jason about it. We talked with Peter Anthony about it.
Darcy.
And we still got a few other people that's going to be coming on here too, eventually.
You can't forget about Darcy DeMoss.
Oh,
I
yes,
love Darcy.
Darcy, yes.
How was it working with her?
I actually didn't work with any of them when I was there. I was there at a separate time, but Darcy was on my live on Instagram. Her and Jason were on there the one day. It was the night before the premiere. They both came on and talked to me. I think it's still saved on there. But she told me I was pretty, and she told me I did really good in the movie, and I about like died. I was like, oh my God, Darcy just said this nice thing to me.
Yeah, we were we did it the same night that you did. We got about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Because they had like 9 of them that they had to do or something like that.
Yep.
So eventually, I'd like to get Darcy back on here, just talk with her some.
She's a sweetheart. She is.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let's get back to my question. Is there a franchise that you'd like to be part of?
I mean, I'd love to be in a Freddy movie, but I don't feel like they're gonna make any more of those. I think I just really, it's not like a franchise. Maybe I think I want to just play certain roles. Like I want to be a demon. I want to possess people. I want to be a fucking badass. I want to be a vampire too. Like I feel like I fit the vampire vibe really well. So I feel
I
like
can see that.
yeah, exactly. So I want to do that. I want to play a fucking murderer so bad. So bad. Like I just want to
See, most people want to be killed by like by Jason, Michael, something like that.
Yeah.
But not too many people want to say they want to be the killer themselves.
I mean, like I enjoy getting killed. Obviously, you saw it in the movie. I do get killed, but I would like to do the killing. I feel like I'm this little tiny short girl that you wouldn't expect that would fucking knock you out, slit your throat.
I mean, they
I'm a little
did
weird.
that.
Sorry.
They did that in Sleepaway Camp where we
Yes.
didn't know for the longest time who the killer was. I
Right.
mean, that's great storytelling right there. I mean, Friday the 13th, the first one, we didn't know who the killer was until we later find out it's Pamela.
Yeah. Good old Pam.
So, are you going to do any more fan films if the opportunity arises, or are you looking more towards like hopefully one day get to be in a Hollywood production or anything like that?
Anything really. If another fan film opens up for me, yeah, I'd do it. Depending on like what it is, obviously. But I'm just all for anything really. I have a couple of things in the works. I'm helping one of my friends out with his film. He's one of my photographers as well. And then I have a film in June that I got to go to Binghamton, New York to film. And it sounds really good. It's a possession horror movie, and I can't say too much about it, but there's going to be some really awesome people in it. One of my good friends, well, sort of friends, is David from Terrifier, Art the Clown.
Oh, yes, I met him.
He's the sweetest.
I met him a few weeks back. I asked him, I said, so when are you going to do our podcast? He says, well, let me get some things out of the way and then I'll be on. And he was nice. I met him. I met Damien. I mean, he was nice as hell too. And if a few other of them weren't going to be there, I would have had the whole cast signing Terrifier doll that I have.
Oh yeah, I had them both on my live on Instagram for Tuesday Terror, Damien and David, and they're real sweet. I'd love to be in the next Terrifier movie. I know they're working on it. That's what Damien said, but
they announced something on it that it's going to be a much more bloodier than the second one. I'm like, that's hell! What I'm here for, man. I'm like, oh hell, that should be interesting. I could just imagine what the people would say about that one. How many people would faint or throw up or whatever. I'm like, I thought it was awesome.
It was so good. It was so good. I saw it in theaters, and I'm that fucking weirdo like that. I love when they take the time and do like a really good kill, so I appreciate it. So my ass is over here like clapping. I'm like, yes, and everyone's like looking at me like what? It was a good kill.
Yeah, there was a bunch of good kills, and both of them. I like the second one better. It had a better story.
Me too.
It had more of a story field than the first one. But the second one, the kills were just so much. I don't know. I think more gruesome. I think.
Yeah,
it made it better.
Well, yeah. I mean, horror movies kind of lost their luster a little bit. But then when you have Terrifier and now Halloween is done now, so now we're getting Scream back. Wish we could get a Friday the 13th movie right now, but we're getting a Peacock show, so hopefully
Remember
hopefully
what
it does really
remember
well.
what Peter told you?
What?
You don't remember?
It's been a while, so no, probably not.
He said that they're going to be announcing something here real soon about a movie.
Well,
yeah, I'm sure. Now that the lawsuit's over and they can make a movie, so
hopefully LeBron James doesn't get his hands on it like he wanted to.
Oh no.
Yeah, his production company. What was that? I think that was still when the lawsuit was going on. Because
when we first started finding out about the lawsuit, and when the game went all to hell.
I feel bad for Ilphonic because when they released Evil Dead, it sounded like such a great game, but then now it's just it's like they give up. I think it's Ilphonic that did that one, wasn't it, Mark? Or is that Gun?
I'm not sure.
Gun Media.
Because Gun Media is doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get a Killer Clown from Outer Space game, a Puppet Master game. I can't wait for all of them, to be honest. I'll play.
I want
that Texas Chainsaw one.
Some of them's going to be really funny to see,
for sure.
But I gotta quit saying that. So far, what is your favorite? Do you got any type of favorite picture or a movie or anything that you've done so far that you are, it's something that you brag about a lot?
I think my favorite photo shoot set would be my Jason cosplay. I think that one is my favorite. It's so good. I have another one in the works that I just got the stuff for recently. I'm a huge American Psycho fan. Fucking huge. I love Patrick Bateman. So I just got the raincoat and shit. So I'm going to do Patrick Bateman cosplay. I'm just going to covered in blood and I'm going to murder people.
For you.
Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, that's my favorite set for modeling. But for movies right now, I'll have to say Vengeance because I've only been in a couple. But there is that one I'm working with David on that's going to be really good. Like I said, I can't say too much, but it's a possession horror, and I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, can't wait for that one then.
At least
David's going to, and if he's not talking, it even works out better for him because he's just got that look on his, just the look and he's got.
Yeah, his facial expressions and like his motions they're spot on. But he actually will be talking in this one. So
yeah, I watched The Grinch,
I haven't seen that yet.
I watched parts of it and I skipped through it because I found a bad copy. So
Oh no.
But I skipped to the end and how it ended. Well, I'll leave that up to you guys decide. But it was. It definitely was gruesome.
Oh, yay. Awesome. I love it.
Well, that's like all these old children's things now being turned into horror movies. Like,
hey, I can't wait for Winnie the Pooh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that one.
It's so weird that someone would be like sitting back and like, oh, I wonder what Piglet and Winnie the Pooh would be like if they were murderers. But hey, I'm all for it. It's something new.
Christopher Robin's left them and they had to fend for themselves. And as far as I know, they ate Eeyore. So
that poor donkey. Well, I mean that
donkey.
Well, he wanted to die anyway.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I always
did the donkey a favor.
Yeah.
But they never said what happened to Rabbit or Owl or any of the other ones. So that should be interesting to see. And there's supposed to be other ones that they're going to come up with that they said that they wanted to do. But we'll see how that works.
I hope they make a Bambi.
I'm here for it.
Bambi's mother strikes back. Just see a deer with a shotgun in the fucking roadway.
You're my motherfucker.
Yeah. I always hate that when you're driving and all of a sudden, with me and my wife, it seems to happen most all the time when we're driving home from going out on date or just buying groceries or whatever, where it'll be nighttime, of course. And all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, she's like, why are you hitting the brakes? I'm like, can't you see that deer?
Deer.
Like, how can you see that deer without the headlight shining on it? I'm like, I grew up in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't have to worry about it. I
well,
don't have
yeah,
to worry
because
about it a
you
whole
live
lot.
in Florida, the worst thing you have to deal with is pythons.
Alligators.
Yeah.
Alligators.
Florida man.
But they're as long as you're not by the swamp and stuff, you don't have to worry about them a whole lot.
I would hate to live in the Everglades now.
And I'm not a snake person, but
Nope. I'm not a clown person either. That's why most of these clown and horror movies I stay away from.
Oh, I didn't used to like clowns, but they don't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to them until my little sister told me that she was afraid of them, and then I just started sending her pictures every day.
You're a horrible
That's
person.
funny.
Yes, she'll tell you that I'm mean, but after a while I did give up a little bit, and then I'll start sending them again, and then I'll let up and do it again. It's fun.
You're supposed to torture your siblings. Durr.
That's what I was told.
Yeah. I used to beat the shit out of my little sister. She's actually downstairs.
See, you guys have little siblings. I had an older brother. But at
so
the
you
same
got your
time, I had
ass
to learn.
kicked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was always fair when it was kickoff time when we'd be playing football in the backyard. It's me against all him and his friends. And it's just like, finally, you start learning to fight back, though. I felt bad for some of his friends.
Learn how to toughen up there.
Yeah. Can't say the name of the football game, but yeah, it pretty much was one person against all.
Smear.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my brother loved it. That's like
I'm sure he did.
Growing up wrestling fans when WCW and all them were big.
Yeah.
He always had to power bomb me on the couch cushions.
Swanton Bomb. I was a big Jeff Hardy fan.
Yeah.
Twist of Fate. Oh yeah.
So other than all the modeling and the fan films that you have been in, if you could be in any horror franchise, rather it be Silent Night, Bloody Night, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare, any of those, what would you want to be in? If you had the choice of it, how would you want to
probably pick Texas Chainsaw because Leatherface is a baddie.
Except for the Netflix one.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I didn't care for it.
It was alright.
Yeah, but
it was alright, yeah.
I was okay with it until it came to the bus scene. And then I was not happy, all these people on a bus and, they're saying what they're saying. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'd be trying to get the fuck off the bus.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to cancel Leatherface.
That's right.
And supposedly now Netflix is already making a sequel to it.
Yes, they are.
Oh, fun. Maybe I'll be in that one. No.
It should be pretty interesting. I mean, they couldn't do much worse with how the franchise was before it.
They could try to make it better.
Well, yeah. I mean, you go from the original to Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which is like a comedy. But then they did the same thing with the Evil Dead movies after one.
I want to see the new Evil Dead. It looks
so
good.
do I.
Oh, I never got interested in it before, but watching this one, it was like, oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, it really does. I liked the remake, so like I'm here for this.
I think a lot of people got pissed off when the first remake came out because of Ash being a woman rather than Bruce Campbell, and it's like, people are gonna.
It worked though.
Yeah, I mean, it was more bloody than the originals.
It was,
and I think that's what a lot of the horror fans want nowadays. I mean, granted, sometimes they do take it a little bit too far. Looking at you, Saw series.
Oh, come on. I love the Saw series.
Oh, I could not. That's like watching Hostel for me. I couldn't
Hostel.
do it.
Then don't ever watch Face of Fear.
I probably won't.
Yeah, those are some sick ass shit from the 80s. It showed people, getting ripped apart. It showed ungodly stuff.
That kind of reminds me of 1,000 Ways to Die.
I like the gory shit. I love watching people get ripped apart and stuff.
To me, Saw is once you get through the first one, because the first one was a little boring to me.
Yeah.
But once you get through the first one, the second one, it starts amping up, and it stays with the story at least. It has a story going all the way across. But you also get the fact that, they got some gory ass kills. They got some, but it's pretty cool just to know that they can get a series just alone on that.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait for the next one to come out in October.
I'm not a huge Saw fan, but I can appreciate it. I like shit like that though. Have you seen The Collector?
It's on my list. Peter told me something about it, and I was like, man, I gotta watch this.
It's
Heard
good.
about it, but yeah,
it's very good. He sets up traps and shit like that. It's very, very good.
So it's kind of like You're Next, but with the killer that does the traps instead of the heroine there.
Yeah, he's pretty intense. I fucking love it.
See, normally I used to watch horror movies too, and Steven, I know what you're gonna say. It used to be, the kills, nudity, and then whatever else. Now It's not so much the nudity compared to what it was.
Yeah.
Because a lot of movies are getting away from that when it comes to horror too.
Well, because you don't really need it anymore.
When I seen Vengeance and then I seen Vengeance 2, I was like, well, this is the first Friday the 13th film that I seen that didn't need to have actual nudity in it.
No.
And except for in the beginning. And
the dick.
Yeah.
And the tits. Diana's titties.
Yep.
Diana's titties and Jason's dick.
Yeah, he told us a story about that, and that
It's
he just went over to Iceland about it, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's how sick some of us are, though. I mean, if you really think about it, Jamie Lee Curtis might have a point. That we're all depraved people and we should never let our children watch it. It's like, I watched the first Halloween on AMC Horror Fest when I was 6 years old.
So I was wrong to let my kids watch Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn 2,
Evidently,
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You're preparing them for when they go to I don't know.
You're preparing
them Alabama.
Yeah.
It helped my daughter with her writing career, because my daughter's getting ready to graduate from Full Sail University in less than a month, and she's going to be a writer.
That's awesome.
And she likes horror, and she likes, a few other stuff in it too. And so when I started watching these movies, I introduced them first to my oldest daughter, Chloe. I introduced her to Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street first, and then Friday the 13th. And then when Freddy vs. Jason came out, she loved that movie because Jason beat the holy hell out of Freddy, and she just loved it. She didn't like Freddy.
See, a lot of people don't know this about me, but they always think that I would pick Jason over Freddy. But I pick Freddy over Jason, honestly, because Jason and Michael are very similar. They don't talk. They just kill you with brute force, pretty much, is what it is. And with Freddy, he is so funny and witty, and he comes at you with his fucking lines. And he also doesn't come at you like they do. He doesn't stalk you and just kill you with brute force. He fucking gets you in your goddamn sleep, man.
Mind games altogether, yeah.
Exactly. I definitely pick Freddy over Jason.
Did you see the trilogy that Blumhouse did with Halloween?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Well, wasn't good.
It started
Halloween
off.
Ends was a complete disappointment.
The book, the novelization does it so much more justice.
Oh yeah.
Which, too bad some of those couldn't have been in the movie. But yeah,
Right.
it
I
just
still gotta
got
get
worse.
the book.
Yeah.
It's the
Well,
last one I gotta get. I mean, I liked the 2018. They started it off
Well,
good.
yeah, that one was all right. The
I
kills
like
were pretty fucking cool.
I liked kills, but I just kept through the whole movie. I kept wanting to say, you need to kill somebody, you know, that keeps saying, "Evil dies tonight,"
dies tonight.
Yeah.
or
So annoying.
you know, Jason, it's Halloween, or Michael, it's Halloween. You got one good scare, you know.
Yeah,
That
when the old sheriff bracket.
yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't care for that line either. But I wasn't a big Tommy fan. I didn't like him a whole lot.
No.
I didn't think I don't think he did any justice on that part.
Well, I mean, the writing of Kills was just a Friday the 13th movie, if you really think about it, with the way that how he was using different things to kill people in that movie. I mean,
Yeah.
Jason's the same way.
I know
And
they got a lot of shit because of the firefighter scene.
Yeah,
and then
Oh,
they got
kitty!
then they were mad that Michael doesn't kill gay people and all that. It's like, why does it matter?
he killed a kid.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll probably get canceled for that. Just saying
No.
that, but
Oh my god, you should hear the shit I say on my Tuesday terror shows. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I haven't been canceled yet. My mouth, it says things it shouldn't.
Mine, I had whenever we're on here, I calm it down some, but most of the time my mouth is worse.
that panel we did was pretty friggin' swearing laden though. That was
we
pretty
did
fun.
a 10-person panel with a bunch of people talking about horror.
Oh,
9
God.
person.
It was 9-person. It was great.
Yeah.
See, I use a lot of sentence enhancers, so my vocabulary is very vulgar. But hey, that's me.
Yeah. People
I'm the
don't like
problem,
it.
it's me.
Yeah. If people don't like it, give them the one finger salute.
Exactly.
You tell me not to.
Well, that's you.
Oh, I'm allowed to. Okay.
I feel so bad for Amber. I feel like this interview on my part is just going off the rails. So I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I'm chilling.
Yeah. Well, that's why we love having guests on here. I mean, it breaks up the monotony of doing pre-recorded shit and then also doing top 10 lists for YouTube and all that.
Right.
So
I loved your Christmas tree though.
Didn't you? Oh, it
Yes.
was so cute.
I told my kids, I said I wanted a black one, and
Yeah.
put like red lights or something around it, make it look all, or purple lights, whatever.
Yep.
And they were like, no, not this year. So we got a big 4-foot tree and just let them decorate it all they want.
My whole house is like a gothic theme, and I'm very picky about how it looks. So I had to keep with the theme, and I don't give a shit what my kids say. My tree was black no matter what they wanted. So I got a black tree, and I did the white lights and red roses, skulls, bats. It was real cute.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. Like I said, I went searching through Instagram, and when I came across your picture, I was like, huh, let's see what else we got in here. And
So much shit.
oh yeah, you could put pictures up
Hey,
there
sister.
for days and just go and go and go.
My sister is at the doorway. You can come in.
Yeah, it's
Well,
okay.
you
You
can
can join in. If my
This is
wife
my
was,
little sister. This is one I used to beat up.
Oh, yeah.
when she's on camera, if you can get her back right now, you know that, right? She's not looking.
Everybody, she hit me! Mom!
She's
She's not here. This is my house, not hers.
That's scary thought when the younger siblings are like, Mom, and it's like, Mom's not here to save you now.
Mom's not here.
So does your sister have your love of horror too?
Not as much, no.
Really? Come on now. My
It's
brother.
all right. There's
My
only
brother-
there's only room for one cool kid in the family.
That's right.
That's like I back to what I was saying about the Halloween when I first watched that. It was back in 1998 when AMC was doing their horror thing, and then of course we had Halloween H2O at that point too. So and it's just like I'm watching it, and I was like, "Hey, brother, hey, dad, where are you watching?" And they're like, "Oh, Halloween." And I seen The Mask for the first time, the original Mask, and it's like I freaked out. So what did my brother do? And Keith, you can't freaking deny this one. He grabs me, puts me down on the floor, and sits on me, and I had to watch the whole
Did he
movie.
fart?
No.
Oh,
Thank
you
God.
should have.
Well, see, I could
You
see
should
him doing that.
have
Thank God.
missed opportunity.
Hey, Keith, my brother Keith, which I love you, Keith. Hope you're having a good day. He had great joy in being, anytime we were on like a trampoline or anything, he's like, "Hey, Steven, come here." And he'd always get me in the power bomb position and just power bomb me.
Funny story. One time, I think it was your birthday, right, Bianca?
It depends what
On the
story.
trampoline,
Oh.
we scared the shit out of my mother. We were like, hey, let's fuck with mom. So like I wound up and it looked like I punched her straight in the face on the trampoline, and she just went boom, and she fell down. My mom was like, what the fuck? She was like freaking out, and we're just laughing.
But it's okay for you to slam my fingers in the door to go to an NSYNC concert.
Yeah, I kind of busted her fingers up because I was pissed off because I wasn't gonna be allowed to go to the NSYNC concert, but I went anyway.
You want to listen to good?
Oh, come on!
NSYNC?
You could have told me anything else but NSYNC. Now, see, that just
Excuse me, sir. Did you just diss NSYNC? Oh,
Metallica's better.
No.
Nirvana.
I would have.
Nirvana is better, 100%. I have a Kurt Cobain tattoo right there. My
Thanks,
fuzzy
Court.
socks.
Thanks, Courtney Love.
Is she a dumb bitch?
Yep.
I pictured you listening to other music than NSYNC.
Oh,
One Direction.
I listen to like death metal and all
Have
of
you-
the black metal, all of it, punk, grunge, hardcore, screamo, the what the fuck ever. But I also listen to boy bands because I'm a rare breed, I guess. I don't know.
Have
yeah.
you
I'm
ever
just
listened to
weird.
the Merkins on YouTube yet?
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah. I love their version of I think it's Backstreet Boys or
Yeah.
yeah. I grew up in that era, and everyone's like, so
you
did you
have
like
something you're hiding?
did you like the Backstreet Boys because you're a 90s person? I'm like, no. I was mostly
Insane.
listening to country. I was listening to the stuff my parents grew up listening to.
Yeah, my mom listened to country too. I fucking hate country.
I hate
can't
what
do it.
country has
Hater.
become now.
Hater. She likes country.
I like it.
I like all different types. I just can't listen to a whole lot of rap. That's the biggest one.
Well,
I can
rap?
spit rhymes.
We were rapping earlier.
Yeah, we were rapping. I got a karaoke machine for my birthday, and we're sitting there on the fucking singing what Eminem and
Yeah.
Juicy
Well,
J.
there's certain
SpongeBob.
ones I can,
SpongeBob.
but it's the hardcore rap that certain words I just don't. I don't say so. They don't. It's whatever, but I just don't.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just say words.
That's like Insane Clown Posse. I was
I hate
I was
Insane
in
Clown Posse. Sorry, didn't mean
another
to
one
judge.
where I was young and
Oh,
virgin
boy.
years at the time. It's just like
Their first
Come on.
album wasn't bad. It was after that it just all went to hell.
that was another band that my brother liked it, so it was like you had to listen to it because he was in control of the radio when we were in Dad's vehicle, and in Mom's vehicle it was pretty much Shania Twain 24/7.
Man, I feel like a
Oh,
woman.
good God! Don't.
I
I'll have frickin' Vietnam flashbacks of that.
had a friend that played NSYNC Clown Posse the whole time that we were in the vehicle. Every time I was in there.
I would have jumped out of the car.
My friend, he was sitting in the back seat. He says, "Let me see the tape." And he shows him the tape. He goes, "Wow, this is a nice tape." Out the window it went.
Smart.
It wasn't smart on his part. He had to buy him a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks for him. I wouldn't have bought it.
No, I wouldn't have.
Did you ever listen to Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
My
Mark,
mom was a fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Mm-hmm.
do you listen to Jimi Hendrix? You kind of made that look like I shouldn't say anything.
No, Jimmy, yes. I mean, I grew up in. Come on, I grew up in the era where they had all that. Before you actually were born, way before you were born.
Shut up.
Back in my day.
I was born in the 70s. I was born in the 70s.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Hey, I did actually have to walk up a steep hill, to go to school in the snow.
Barefoot both ways.
Yeah, because I didn't always live
That's
here
what my
in
grandma
Florida.
used to say.
I didn't always used to live here in Florida. I lived in Michigan for a while, and we used to be able to walk to school. So when I came to Florida, we weren't able to do that.
Boo, Michigan, boo.
Shut up.
I've never been there.
It couldn't be any worse than what the Vikings are doing, so.
Yeah, we won't talk about sports.
No, I'm not a sports person.
But back to Stevie Ray Vaughan. It took me years to realize he did not play with the pick. He would literally just use his fingernails, and then he'd have to glue them back because they would split.
Oh my god, I want chicken finger sub so bad.
I think Hendrix still takes it by lighting his guitar on fire and playing.
What's like your favorite band?
God, there's no.
What are you petting?
A cat.
Oh my god, I just see something fuzzy.
My bobtail cat. His name's King.
Look, I want to see its face. Show me the face. Oh, my kitty. Oh,
aww.
mine was just.
Mine was right. Ow.
Over here.
Yeah, right. Looks like my little one.
Poke me in the eye.
Right in the eye.
My favorite band will always be Led Zeppelin, and then goes Metallica.
Zeppelin. Nice.
Did you get Metallica tickets?
I've never been able to go to a Metallica concert yet.
That sucks. Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
I went to Winstock one year with now she's my wife, but when we first started dating, and it's a country music festival thing, and they had Leonard Skinner there. Yeah.
Nice.
Leonard Skinner evidently is profiled as country music now.
I have got to see them.
Was not the same.
No, it wasn't as fun. You get to hear certain songs, and that's all that you really want to hear.
When you hear it on the radio, it's so much better. But yeah,
well, that's any concert.
When you realize how long ago, like, granted, I like listening to Motown music, so the Supremes, Diana Ross, the Jackson 5, all that. I can't really say I have a favorite.
You think he was actually old?
Seems that way. He seems older than me.
My wife says I was born in the wrong decade.
I always tell him he's got the old soul because the movies he likes and stuff are in the 80s, 70s, 60s.
Well, you got to realize, though, Mark, in Forest Lake at the movie theater, it recently closed down. On Tuesdays, they would have like a $5. You just pay $5 and you can watch any movie, all the movies you want that day. And most of them would be all the old, like the original Blob with Steve McQueen, Bullet, Godzilla movies. So that's how I grew up on that. Plus, my dad was born in 1957, and so I just picked up a lot of that stuff.
Well, you got the old soul. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's not bad.
No.
So, okay. So growing up, what is a horror movie or any type of movie that you didn't like, or even that they've remade that you think shouldn't have been remade?
So the movie I didn't like was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It scared the shit out of me, but now it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. That one, I hope they never remake that because it's perfect the way it is. I don't really have the it's not a remake, is it? Yeah, it is a remake. The Friday the 13th one, or not Friday the 13th? No, that one's okay. Not Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. The one where they didn't have
Jackie Earle Haley was
Robert
in it.
Englund playing him. Yeah. That was just, I hated that movie with a fucking passion.
Well, we have a guest that says, I'll play White Zombie or Rob Zombie. I'm all White Zombie, Rob being a New York film school student. And all I always appreciated his horror movie sound bites. Even the band name came from the movie.
Hell yeah.
I like Rob's original movies. I did not like the Halloween remake. I didn't like the second one he tried to do.
I like I've always I'll always defend the first one, except for the point that we didn't need a reason why he killed. Really,
don't.
But I liked it because it gave us a different look into it.
There's bodies in my basement. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. But yeah, I like the Rob Zombie movies. I'm a big zombie fan. I wasn't that big into the Munsters though.
I couldn't finish it.
I haven't even seen it because I watched the original show.
I love the original show. It was a great show.
I love the original. But this one, it just didn't seem like his work. It just wasn't something that I enjoyed watching.
He dumbed it down way too much.
I thought the ending was like, why? That's all I could think of was like, okay, so the brother comes back and he's got this check. How much is the check for? Yeah. And he just gives it to them, and that's how the movie ends. And it's like, oh.
He needs to go back to horror movies.
Yeah, I think so.
I would really like, if he never had to do Halloween, I would literally want him to do Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw Massacre because he would be on brand with that.
I think he could do a Texas Chainsaw, because it's kind of similar to House of a Thousand Corpses, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So I think he could do that pretty well.
That is a fucked up movie, but I love it.
I love that fucking movie.
I still
and Devil's Rejects.
I like the trilogy, even though how it ended.
He waited way too long for 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had Sid was so sick and all that, so.
I mean, they could have waited like 2 years after Devil's Rejects to bring 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
But to have it be Sid's last film, I mean, it's sad that, he was so sick at the time and all that. But at the same time, he at least got to go out in a movie that, he would have loved probably.
Right. Yeah, that was really sad seeing him for a very short time in that movie, and he looked terrible.
Well, Steve Dash, wasn't he the one that passed away after Vengeance?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of Vengeance 2 is when they gave him his...
Yep, the memorial.
That was... I love that. When he said there's going to be a few surprises when he was talking on Slash and Cast, they said, well, there's going to be a few surprises that you never know about. Mm-hmm. Well, I kind of figured, I just knew it. I said, Tommy's going to be in this one. And I didn't know how they were going to end it or whatever. And when they did, with saying that this is the real Jason, and it was awesome.
Speaking of surprises, you want to see something? You want to see my titty? He's like, what? Okay, so in the movie, when I get stabbed in the boob, this pops out. Something just fell. So this is the titty that fell out on set that you see that's all bloody. It's still, hold up, there's still a little blood on it. I was like, yo, Jason, can I take that home? He's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm surprised I don't have it framed.
I should actually, but I like to pull it out randomly and titty slap people. So that wouldn't be fun. So like that.
Hey, sister.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
It's fun.
Did you ever watch Jaws?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's one movie I'm surprised they haven't tried to come back with.
They probably will, honestly. What I don't like.
He wants to do it.
So, on the topic of remakes, I'm not here for the Exorcist remake. I think that movie was perfect the way it was.
They tried doing a couple sequels for it, and then another remake, and then they're trying to make more on top of that.
Right.
That's like doing Christine.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're doing that one, and then they're going to do a sequel to it, and I'm like, you're counting your chickens before they hatch.
Right. Yeah.
I just hope they don't try and remake They Live.
It's a kitty.
I think they probably.
Oh my god! Look at the kitty. Sorry, I have.
Yeah, this is Luca.
So like...
She we got her on Thanksgiving, and she was almost. We got her from my mom's house. She was sick. She almost died on us.
Oh.
And we were supposed to only foster her because we had a place for her, but $600 later, she's ours.
Oh, well, how cute!
That goes along with my 8 other cats.
Oh my goodness, I have 3.
I have 9 cats altogether, 3 dogs, 3 ferrets.
I don't know if you can see them, but there's one back there.
Yes.
Right next to Bianca. That's my fat cow cat, Moo Moo. And there's 2 more. I got Luna and Lucifer. Makes sense.
I didn't get to name any of my cats, so they're all off weird names.
My wife one time wanted to name she's like, when we get a dog and if it's a mean bastard, can we name it Damien? And I'm like, no.
Perfect.
That's my
Why not? The Omen shit, yeah.
Name.
I love those movies, but again, that was another franchise that should have stayed with one. Because by the time he became an adult, it was just like, okay, we get it. You're trying to wring out the rest of what you can make on this franchise. And then when the remake came out and they wanted to do it on 666, all the people had to freak out, all the Jesus freaks and all that.
I loved it.
Oh my god.
I loved it.
Oh, y'all are fucking Satanists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, believe me, I get this shit all the time.
And yet, that's the thing. People, when you say, "Oh, hey, I like horror movies" or something, it's just like, "What?
Oh, you worship Satan?
Like,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking know. I know. I have family that are like that, and it's like, no, I don't worship Satan. I'm not against your religion. I'm not against anything. I just like horror, and I like the. Sorry, my phone's blown up. And I like the way fucking the aesthetic is. It has nothing to do with your beliefs, so fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the people that, same with I had to hear when it came to like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, stuff like that too. Because my wife likes, Harry Potter. She's a big fan of it. Really? And everybody was like, well, that's against the Bible. I was shut up. I don't want to hear it.
No.
It's a movie for a reason.
Right.
But okay, is there everybody has a comfort movie.
What would your comfort movie be?
Yeah, that's a good question. Comfort movie. It's got to be something scary, man, because that's all I watch, really. I don't... Yeah. Okay, so I'm always telling my best friend and everybody, I hate fucking Hallmark movies. I can't stand the rom-coms, the cutesy bullshit. I'd rather watch somebody get their dick chopped off and fed to a dog like in Hostel. That might be my comfort movie.
What about teeth?
Yeah, mine, I like, which I didn't know when I first watched it. I like watching Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that's a sad one.
Good movie, but yeah.
I like, I like parts of it. It's one of my comfort movies. I'll watch and but if I'm just sitting here just wanting to bullshit with one of my kids or something, I'll throw in any horror movie and we'll just talk about that horror movie the whole time.
I'm trying to think of what else. What is a movie that I know? Step Brothers.
Yes.
There it is. That's okay. That's non-horror, but I can literally recite that movie from start to finish.
Also, Zach and
You're
Mary.
alive.
Zach and Mary McFarlane.
You'll wake the neighbors.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Yeah. You want to go do karate in the garage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
This
it.
may sound weird, but I think the one movie that I would put, not as really a comfort, but a go-to if I'm sad, I Spit on Your Grave.
Love that movie.
I love that movie. I like.
It's a good one. Oh my god, that
Yeah.
cat is so cute. I
The
keep
way-
staring at it.
The way they got away with all that shit in that movie.
Oh
Was
yeah.
just
Oh,
that
it's
good.
intense.
It was in the whole
Yeah.
time. That's like the last
House on the Left.
That one, I hate the rape scene.
Yeah, I could do away with the rape
Yeah.
scene in it.
Oh yeah.
Like, in any one of them, they don't need to have the actual rape scene in it. They can, but in the Last House on the Left, the remake at least, they didn't show the whole. They showed bits and pieces where she's just looking at certain things. I could deal with that part better.
Right.
Not the whole rape scene. And even in Rob Zombie's Halloween, they didn't need to have the rape scene, and you're the one that pointed that one out.
Well, just why? But granted, I mean, it helped explain how he escaped.
Right.
Right.
Because people, when they watched the theatrical version, people that couldn't put two and two together were just like, well, how do you escape? I want to know. It's like, dude, the guy's 7 foot tall.
Yeah. He's a big bitch.
Yeah. It's like, you honestly think that's going to stop him?
Steven, when we go to do that one big panel that we were talking about,
Yes.
we should invite her. We should invite Amber.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I'm down for that, yeah.
I think having a woman's perspective on it, and I'm not meaning it,
I'm more of a man than anything, honestly.
right. Having a woman's perspective on horror is actually interesting too. And everybody in the last one that we did, or we were invited to, were all men, and so you had just that. I like having all different types of aspects of it all.
Oh, I'm down if you really want to know how I think.
You gotta have that. I mean, horror movies back in the day, everyone thought, oh, men just like it. Well, there was a lot of women that loved seeing Jamie Lee Curtis survive. There's a lot of women that were like, it's about time that a woman is actually able to be a survivor.
I want to see more of a woman, and I've said this in the past, I'd like to see a woman come in and be a serial killer. I think that would be an interesting one, especially if they did it right.
Yep.
I would love to. I would love to so much.
I just got to make sure that I skipped the one part where Amber said she hated Hallmark movies. My wife would have been like, oh my God, as soon as they went on Peacock, that's all she watched.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Oh, she did right a little bit.
Well, I mean, that one was pretty sad that she watched. It kind of correlated with what happened.
Aren't they all sad?
Some aren't.
I forget what.
Can't do it.
But the one that she watched was just like, she's like, are you okay? And I literally had to walk out of the room because I was abandoned when my real father abandoned me.
Oh,
So
man.
it's just like, as soon as I seen the woman in the Hallmark struggling with dealing with that, it was just like, yeah, I gotta go. But my brother's dad he didn't adopt me, but he brought me in. So that was, I'm very happy for that. At least
close to home. That's why it gotcha.
Oh yeah. That's why, like I said, if I was to ever be a director, I have to do horror movies, because action movies are so overdone now with the Fast and Furious and all that it's just like, we don't need any more Fast and Furious. We need more horror movies that aren't like franchise bringer backs. I mean, granted, Scream, I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. That last one was okay. I didn't think they did the best with it, but I didn't think it was bad.
I think with them trying to turn it over, where to get the original ones out of there, I think that's what it's going to eventually be, and see where it goes.
Well, you can only do so many. I mean, not saying Nev Campbell's a bad actress, just saying
She's not in the next one.
Well,
Right.
yeah. You can only have Sydney for so long before it's like, okay, Sydney's being chased by Ghostface and Sydney's using a walker. That's just like with Laurie Strode and Michael. Eventually, you got to kill it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's a baby.
It's a
Uh-oh.
baby.
That's my
Uh-oh.
sister's daughter. This is Meadow. Up here.
Hello.
Look
Hello.
at
Look at the kitty.
Isn't she cute?
Mark, show the cat.
The cat's trying to eat me. It's trying to eat my hand.
New horror movie, Hollywood. A killer baby.
Killer baby.
I'm waiting for
She'll
you
kill
to.
you with her cuteness.
I'm waiting for you to dress the baby up in something and make it look evil.
She's ready. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
She'll kill you with her smile. Yeah, I buy her all of these. I bought her this for Christmas. All the clothes that I bought her are Halloween themed.
There you go.
Yep.
Not even kidding. Even her, I bought her a little rattle or a teether or whatever is Halloween themed too.
That's how I would with my own. I can't do it with my grandkids, but not the ones up north. I'm not allowed to.
Oh,
But the ones down here, I'll be able to.
nice.
Oh, yeah. I already told Alyssa. I said, as soon as the first baby comes out, I said, boy, girl, whatever. It's going to be wearing a Michael Myers mask right out of the womb.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, heck yeah. We have a bunch of masks here. The one day, was it the day before Christmas or the day after Christmas? I don't know, some dumb shit. But I decided I needed to go shovel my driveway, and I put the whole Michael Myers get up on. I had the mask on. I had the fucking suit. I was out there shoveling. I had to take the mask off because I started sweating my ass off.
You kind of imagine how bad that would have been trying to have that mask on in that movie.
Oh, it sucked.
That would have been funny to
there.
see. You I
Yeah.
could see
There's
it now.
pictures. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'll have to go look.
My neighbor's like, yo, Mikey. I'm like,
That's one thing I'm glad I don't have to do down here is shovel snow.
Oh, shut up, Mark. God. We did it. You live in Florida.
It gets cold every now and then.
Yeah. I'm going to laugh when everything does happen and then the South gets snow and we don't.
I
We'll
know. We're going to
We'll be
get
a
like
desert
nothing.
climate.
You are aware we'll probably be dead before that happens.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
probably. Absolutely.
Well, not if you listen to the Doomsday people. Seems every day something
It's
new.
go
is
down the
wrong.
rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah. Well, hey, we're all in the Matrix. Andrew Tate said it.
It's true.
I mean, we could be.
Jeffrey says, comfort movie, Evil Dead, wants some more humor, followed up with Army of Darkness.
Love Army of Darkness.
Needs some more gore.
Ash vs. Evil Dead, that had a lot of
I
gore.
love Ash.
I
I
just
just got-
hated that they canceled it so soon.
Yeah, I just got an Ash Funko Pop for my birthday.
Nice.
Love it.
From, like, one of the originals or from Army of Darkness?
I think it's, I don't know what it's, it might be
I don't
the
have one yet.
original Evil Dead. It's downstairs or else I'd grab it.
Yeah, see, I got a shit ton.
Holy, I almost said the V word. Am I allowed to say vagina?
You just did.
I just did.
You just did.
Because typically I don't say holy shit or holy fuck or whatever. I say holy vaginas because it makes sense, correct? So like holy vaginas, look at all your stuff.
Yeah, I got a bunch of gremlins. I got a shit ton of them.
That's like Mark's like, even though I know you'll turn this down because I've never been one person to accept gifts from
You'll have to send
people.
it to me.
So he's like, I'm sending you a Jason Voorhees mask, shows it to me and all that, and it's like, cool. And he's like, and you can't say no to it. And it's like,
Come on, it's science. You can't say no to that.
I know, but I wasn't born. I was born differently than. That's like on Christmas when my in-laws bought me stuff, and I was like, you guys, if you want to, you can take it back, because I just when I was raised, it's like you got clothes and then you got one toy. And
Yeah, that's kind of like how we were too. We just appreciated whatever we
oh,
got.
exactly. Nowadays, it's like if you don't buy the kids like 30 freaking things, they get pissed.
And a fucking $1,000 cell phone.
Yeah. My kid ever wanted to. Oh, no.
Those are my. I have 3 children to do that for, so.
I have 4 kids.
Too many kids.
I wanted to stop after I wanted a boy, but he came at the end.
I'm fine.
Did you? Sorry.
No, that was good. That was good.
I'm an ass. I'm a goofball.
That was good.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. I suppose we should probably wrap this
My
one
sister looked at me like.
I mean, in all reality, she's probably right.
Yeah, I'd say you got a kid out of it. Look at her like sitting up like that.
All right, Amber. Thank you so much for being on the show. Sorry if we felt like goofs or if this interview probably went down the shitter quick because
Oh
of me.
no, it was fun. I'm here for
Yeah,
it.
this one was easy. Just talking.
Chilling.
It gets people to know people better instead of just always asking questions. Just having fun, just talking is always good too.
Hell yeah.
But when we go to do the panel, we'll let you know.
Okay.
We'll do it. But hopefully we'll figure out something out by the end of the month. We'll let you know.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not doing the panel until I get better internet.
Well,
I am not staying on the Frontier internet.
Well then, okay.
We can still set it up, yes, but
Right.
I'm just saying I wanted to move out of this place before because my landlord's an asshole.
You're not supposed to say that on live.
I don't care.
Oh,
let him kick me out.
Sorry.
So, thank you, Amber. It was nice meeting you. Nice talking to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was a fun hour. It's just shooting the shit. I like it.
Yeah, when I looked up at the time, I'm like, holy shit, we went an hour?
Yeah. Dude, I can keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh. So can we.
Shut up, Mark. So we will see you later. Thank you. Would love to have you on the show again.
Of course, anytime.
All right. So thank you so very much. Everyone, give Amber a round of applause. Come on, Mark.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hopefully
you love me. You really love me.
Hopefully she gets to realize her dream of being a killer in Hollywood.
Yes, please.
Go check her out on Instagram. She's got some awesome ass pictures.
Yes.
I love them.
You can also put your socials on the fan group page if you want to as well, Amber.
Okay.
That's okay with us.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, God. That Steven, the owner of that, he's going to say no.
That jerk.
Yeah. He will rule the day.
Evil dies tonight.
Oh, God.
Stupidity dies tonight. That's what it should have been. All right. Talk to you later, Amber.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Well, that was our interview with the very, very legendary and also very nice guest, Amber Hoffmeister, or Amber Brooke. And now, Mark, do you have an announcement for a next guest?
Our next guest will be on Tuesday, and it's going to be Tom McLaughlin. He is the director of Part 6, Friday the 13th.
Has a lot of other projects than just that, and we will.
Right. Well, I wanted to, Yeah. He also had, dude. Oh, sorry. What was his other movies?
You'll learn more about that when we do the podcast episode because it's an hour and 9 minutes. I want to get done with this.
Yeah, I can't.
We'll learn more about it. So thank you everyone for enjoying the stream. We want to thank the Deluxe Edition Network podcast, or Deluxe Edition Network for, I think they're sponsoring us, isn't it?
Tell if I know.
Well, we're a part of it. So if you want to see other great, fuck, this episode's going down the rails, and I knew this was going to happen. If you'd like to see other podcasts like ours, go to the deluxeeditionnetwork.com, where you'll find many other ones, including the original podcast of the month, which was the 10-cent beer night podcast. And you'll find other great ones. Also, we want to thank the fans, because without your loyal support, we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't keep bringing out this great content. You all make it so much fun. And of course, when you comment, you like, and you subscribe, it helps us even more, because it helps our channels grow, because let's be honest, YouTube's algorithm sucks, and you know, we need to beg. We need to beg for it. I'm sorry. But anyway, we love you all. I'm Steven. That's Mark. And we will all see you later.